just what does he do well, just in terms of how his game, I've heard unorthodox in terms of how he runs his routes and how he gets out of breaks and stuff. Is that what you kind of see as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think, he's an exceptional, player. I think he's built and made for, today's game. Just getting guys like him in space, creating mismatches. So you'll kind of see him line up on all over the formation. He'll be out wide. He'll be in the slot. They'll even try to match him up on a linebacker. So, and he's a smart player too. So, I think we'll definitely, have to understand where he is in the formation, and then just try our best to, kind of eliminate him.
Tyrann, what can a trip like this do for this team coming off of back-to-back losses, trying to get back on track?
Yeah, obviously you don't want to never lose 2 games in a row, but I think anytime you're able to kind of get with the team for, a week or so, and it just be us, it kind of, feels like training camp, all over again, and, I think it's good to kind of have those days where we just seeing each other. So just really hoping that it could kind of go to our advantage, and then we could kind of get this bad taste out of our mouth.
Tyrann, how are you?
Hey, Stacey. How you doing?
What's more concerning, the run game with Dalton and Alex Madison, or Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, because they're both dynamic?
Yeah, I think they both present, their own challenges. Obviously Dalvin Cook has, always been one of my favorite backs. Just his speed to power, his explosiveness through the hole. I think anytime he's able to get to the second level, I think he becomes a real threat. And then too, I think, just the weapons that they have outside. They get Irvin Smith back, so he'll be a guy that we have to focus on, from the tight end position. But I think Kirk Cousins too. I think he's a great quarterback, especially when he's in rhythm. He's on beat. So I think this offense, people probably see him statistically and they don't think that good. But when you turn on the film, you realize that it's about 5 or 6 guys that you have to account for. So like I said, we'll have our hands full.
Is there a resounding message this week from the veterans, not the coaches but the players, to the body work of this team to win Sunday?
Yeah, we got to finish. I think especially defensively, I think we've played some great stretches. We just haven't been able to finish. And then too, we got to find a way to affect the ball. It's been a while since, we kind of created turnovers and gotten the ball back to our offense. So, I think all these games are huge. I think every game you play in the NFL is, all about who wins the turnover battle. And so who can affect the quarterback and affect, the primary weapons of the offense. So, I think defensively we want to be able to do that. We want to be able to flip field position for our offense, and, we want to be able to affect the ball.
Tyrann, what's the greatest strength of an experienced quarterback like Kirk Cousins?
Well, I think he's seen it all, so, we'll have to do a great job of, really just kind of getting him off beat, getting him off his spot, and just kind of creating havoc. But, I think he's a guy that's played in this league a long time. I think he understands certain coverages, and then he can spin the football as well. He got great weapons. So, like I said, we'll have our hands full with them. We just have to get to them early and often.
Hey, Tyrann, have you played against Andy Dalton in your career at any point?
Yes, I have.
What are some things that he does well?
Well, he's a great quarterback too. I think when he's in rhythm, he could really make every throw. And he can make people look good as well. And so I think another aspect to him is he can move around a little bit. I think his speed is definitely deceiving. So if you give him a certain coverage, I think he'll take those 8, 9, 10 yards that you give him. So I think if he's able to play this week, I'm more than certain that all of us really have our confidence in him.
Tyrann, I know it's a work trip when you come to London, but when it gets announced in the summer that you have a game in London, is there something you look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to go shopping. I think it's a lot of threads and shoes out here that, we don't really have access to in America. So unless you have a plug or somebody no, it's always cool to kind of, get around and experience new cultures, new people, new environments. But I think most of us, when London comes to mind, we want to hit the mall. We want to shop a little bit.
And have you had a chance to do that, or what have you got up to in your downtime?
Yeah, I mean, actually, it's been a blessing that, we kind of came here, Monday morning. And so, we had a day or so to kind of get out and experience the city. But once it gets to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you got to flip your attention to football. I don't think the trip will make any sense if we don't win the game Sunday. So it's just really trying to balance it all out, stay focused on, with some really important.
And I'm sure the fans can't wait to see, especially the likes of you in action. So you're looking forward to putting on a show for all the fans to get a chance.
Yeah, most certainly. Obviously you want to make plays. You want to be able to, give fans, what they pay for. But, like I said, the most important thing is just finding a way to win a game, as a team. So, that's really like the only thing on my mind and really the rest of our minds as well.
Tyrann, is it easy as a veteran coming into this team this year to step in and play a real leadership role straight away, particularly when perhaps it's a slightly more difficult start to the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's coming along. This team has already had great leaders, especially on the defensive side. I think every experience is kind of like its own experience. I've just been taking my time with it, not trying to be anything but me. But I do, feel, as the weeks go by, me becoming more vocal, more passionate, just kind of showing, the kind of player and person that I am. But, it definitely was, kind of, just trying to find a way that you can fit in, you know what I mean, and not really step on other people's toes.
At times, when you see guys like Justin Jefferson and Irv Smith, guys from back in New Orleans, do you always kind of talk to them before after the game, or it just depends on who the game?
Yeah, I usually stay away from that. I'll holler at people usually after the game, but before the game, I probably talk to Pat P before the game, but other than that, it's all about battling. It's all about competing, and I don't want to soften anybody up. I want their best shot. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All good. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.